So the original question was that basically in um two people getting together and having um sickle cell trait, and then they have a U, and that you the possibility of that increases the possibility of them having a U with sickle cell,
The
right?
full thing, is
So
it moral or immoral?
yeah, and then Issa is saying that basically he has some
It's
type of
worked out a way
way.
that when you're matching your thing, that you can
Yeah,
choose what whether to put the sickle cell gene in your sperm in that moment or not.
Is that what you're really saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
yeah, that's
that's basically what I'm saying. Yeah, you can turn it off still. Yeah, but it's more than that. It's more than just the man. It's also the woman. Like, well, yeah,
what.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm being
No,
serious. Like,
Every DNA
can Issa
family.
please? Hey, James,
Sorry,
man, Issa was
sorry.
about to tell man how I can switch off my certain things when I'm walking. You know, like that.
when you're what? When you're broken, yeah. All right.
When I'm walking at the thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
choose
yeah,
what
yeah,
genes
yeah,
I want to
yeah,
go
yeah.
inside her. So
Yeah, teach us, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, but that's the thing. The whole thing would regard certain verses of the Quran, certain recitation, certain herbs. Like it's not just a simple thing, you know what I mean, like that. So we'd be fasting, all kind of thing, bro. You'd have to do for something serious like that, a big change like that. You would really need to
yeah,
make big changes.
He
But
said, "There's no way you're being deadly serious right now."
Raf, you'd really need. You know what the problem I have is, Raf, is that if you just used your brain and thought about it, forget the fact that this sounds
What
like stupid.
reciting verses
Hold on,
and
hold on,
and and doing certain, what is that? What you're telling me right now?
bro. I love that he's laughing. No, no, that is exactly what I'm telling you.
Point us to the study then, rather than you don't have to
Yeah,
like know
that's what I'm
everything.
saying. That's my point. There ain't gonna be no damn study on stuff like that, obviously. So this is where I said where you would need to take certain herbs. You would need to. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh, what when Issa got his own channel? Yeah, he's gonna be shutting up their shit, you know. Man.
Listen. You take certain herbs. You meditate. Oh God, you got me laughing. You have to
You're a
recite.
chauffeur.
But what you have to remember, my brother, is simply this: yeah, that what you think you know about these things is not the point. The point I'm making you to know first and foremost is that it's possible to change the copying. So the RNA, for instance, it is constantly, making default copy, what defective copies, and that's why we age. You know that, right, Raf? Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Say that. That's
Hold
why
on,
we're what?
hold on. All right. Why do we age? There you go. Why do we age?
Honestly, I can't remember it right now off the
Okay.
top of my head.
Because
Why?
when the RNA copies the DNA, it
Hmm.
doesn't copy it perfectly. So
Okay.
therefore, every cell that it creates is very, very, very similar, but it's not the same. Do you
Okay.
get what I'm saying? So this is
Okay.
why we age, and therefore it's deteriorating, etc., etc., etc. What my point is to you is why is it that you think that you can't change if that's happening naturally, and we are aging, and it's not copying it perfectly, and it's sending information to the new cell, so to speak, or the new DNA that's being, it's unzipping and blah blah blah. Why can't we, if the
Yeah.
RNA is already making slight
Mm.
errors, it's not copying perfectly, why can't we
Yeah.
change what its program is when it takes something away, for instance, from the DNA and it's not copying it perfectly? Why can't we change what information it's carrying over?
RNA unwinding and copying itself and doing the process of replication is a random process, bro. So
Oh,
I don't
right.
see how
Listen to what you just said. Is a random. Originally, yes, it's not random. It's working according to laws. I agree.
random assortment of genes is random. We're not the ones selecting it ourselves.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Bro, you're getting confused here. I'm talking about.
I'm
Let's.
confused. I'll just let you know, Issa. I'm 100% confused. But yeah, maybe James can
Yeah,
explain it to me
this is
because
what I'm
I like when James
saying.
breaks things down. 'Cause, I
No,
can
I
get
don't.
it.
I don't know. I don't. I just, to be honest, I don't even know what they're talking about.
Even answer might be a better person at understanding it, but even then, like I'm just
Okay.
saying, yeah,
Do you not
that
know
this
that they grew an human ear on the back of a rat? How do you think? based upon how they done it is what we're getting at. How do you think they done that?
They took one part of the human ear and they just grew that shit on the rat.
What is your question in a nutshell so you don't go around in circles? What's your question?
You're
No,
such a troll.
Raph, he's trolling, isn't it? He's trolling us.
no.
I want to buy some of those herbs though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So-
Some of that.